I'm a 29-year-old woman living in a small, one-bedroom apartment in the city. It's not much, but it's mine. I've worked hard to build a life for myself after moving out for college and never looking back. While my family has always been a big part of my life, our dynamic has always felt unbalanced. My parents are the traditional type, and by traditional, I mean they value family loyalty over pretty much everything. Growing up, they never let me forget how important it was to pitch in, be there for each other, and put family first. To them, that meant doing whatever they needed, whenever they needed it. And they had a way of guilting me if I didn't immediately say yes to their requests. I've always been the reliable one, while my older sister, Anna, has been the golden child. She's 33, married, and has 3 kids under the age of 7. She lives in the same town as my parents, about a 10-minute drive from their house, which makes it easier for them to see her. And by see her, I mean they're basically raising her kids, half the time. Anna's life looks perfect from the outside. She's got the big house, the Instagram-worthy family, and the supportive husband. But it's clear she's struggling. Every time I visit, she looks like she hasn't slept in days. The kids are adorable but loud, chaotic, and constantly need something. My parents practically live at her house, cooking, cleaning, and babysitting whenever she asks. Over the past few months, my mom's been dropping hints about how hard it's been for them to keep up with Anna's needs. Your sister has so much on her plate, she'd say during our weekly phone calls. It's tough for us too, you know. We're not as young as we used to be. At first, I thought it was just her venting. Then came last Sunday. We were having lunch at my parents' house, me, Anna, her husband, the kids, and my parents. It was chaotic, as usual. My mom was in the kitchen, juggling 3 pots at once, while Anna tried to calm her youngest, who was screaming because his sandwich was cut the wrong way. My dad was sitting at the head of the table, scrolling on his phone like he didn't even notice the noise. Somewhere between the salad and the roast chicken, my mom turned to me and said, "We've been thinking, and we believe it's time for you to start helping out more with Anna's kids." At first, I thought she meant babysitting every once in a while. That's not unusual. But then she kept going. "You live alone, you're not tied down with a family of your own yet, and Anna could really use the help. It would make such a difference if you took them a few days a week." It was like the table went silent, even though the kids were still yelling about dessert. I stared at her, trying to process what she'd just said. My dad looked up from his phone and nodded, adding, "Family takes care of family. You know that." Anna wasn't even fazed. She just nodded along, like this had already been decided without me. Her husband kept his head down, focused on cutting up a chicken leg for their middle child, clearly staying out of it. I tried to laugh it off, saying something like, "Oh, I don't think my apartment is baby-proofed for all 3 of them." My mom smiled politely but didn't let it go. "You'll figure it out," she said. They'd love spending time with their auntie. For the rest of the meal, the conversation kept circling back to this plan of theirs. My mom even suggested I could rearrange my work schedule to accommodate school drop-offs and pickups. "Your job is flexible, isn't it?" she asked, as if she knew more about my career than I did. By the time dessert was served, I felt like I'd been ambushed. The worst part? They didn't ask if I wanted to help. It was like they assumed I didn't have a choice. My life, my time, my space was suddenly fair game. The drive back to my apartment was a blur. I couldn't shake the feeling that my family didn't see me as a person with my own life and goals. To them, I was just a backup plan, a safety net for when things got too hard for Anna. Over the next few days, the texts started rolling in. My mom sent me a list of the kids' school schedules, like I'd already agreed to this. Anna sent me tips on dealing with tantrums and keeping kids entertained without screens, as if I'd asked for advice.